Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Devarim. It's the first portion of the last book of the Torah. And the way I understand Devarim is that it's really like a summary of all the real important take-home messages that Hashem wants us to keep true to and to hold on to. And the Torah portion in Devarim highlights some things like the appointment of judges in the desert, where Moshe appointed all these judges, and he says, we're going to have judges over thousands, over hundreds, over 50s, etc. It talks about the wars that they go into when they enter the land of Israel. It talks about, Moshe defeating the kings of Sichon and Og. It talks about Yeshua being appointed to lead the generation. It talks about the tribes of Gad and Reuben who decide they want to stay on the east side of the Jordan. So many different things that he highlights. And there are two teachings that I read this week by the Baal Shem Tov that really spoke to me. The one is on the pasuk in this week's Torah portion that says, "You are today as numerous as the stars." And Rashi asks a question. He says, what do you mean as numerous as the stars? In the desert, they were only 600,000. So they're not as numerous as the stars. What the Torah really means over here is that they are as though they are the sun, the moon, and the stars, which are eternal and everlasting. So to the Jews are eternal and everlasting. They will never cease, just as the sun, moon, and stars never cease. And the Baal Shem Tov understands this differently. He says that just like the sun is constantly shining towards the earth, it never stops shining. It's only that the earth gets in the way and blocks it, whether you call this the ozone layer, or, I'm on the one side of the earth and the sun's on the other, so I don't see the light. Whatever you call it, the sun is constantly shining and the earth gets in the way. He says this relates to, or this is comparable to the tzaddikim and the Torah that is constantly flowing out. It's constantly illuminating the earth. It's only that the earth, the coarseness of our, difficulties in life, that's what gets in the way. So if I'm struggling with parnasa, or I'm struggling with a shidduch, it's all these, difficulties, these things like, trying to earn money or whatever it might be, my own issues, that get in the way for me really seeing the Torah and the beautiful light that's constantly being shining onto the earth. And I thought this related very well to another teaching he had, where he says, on the pasuk that talks about the judges, it says, Moshe said to the people, if you find the matter too difficult for you, bring it to me and I will make you hear it. And so the Baal Shem Tov asked a question. It's a weird term, weird phraseology, saying, if you find the matter difficult for you, then bring it to me and I will make you hear it. Not I will explain it to you, I'll make you hear it. And so the Baal Shem Tov explains that the matter that they're talking about here is what we read in Pirkei Avot, that every day a bas kol, a voice comes out from heaven telling the Jewish people to return in tshuva. And he said that the people found this very difficult to understand because I don't hear a voice every day. So what do you mean? It doesn't make sense to me that you're telling me there's a voice telling me every day to do tshuva. I don't hear it. So Moshe says to them, if you find this difficult, this matter of the bas kol every day, then come to me and I'll make you hear it. Meaning, when you come to the tzaddik, when you come to the Torah, you will see the light. You will hear the bas kol. You'll hear the message that's coming to you every day. And the reason I find this so illuminating for me is that this week I was listening to some shirim by the Yenuka, and the Yenuka was saying that he hears throughout the days so many terrible things. People are going through such hardships in life, things that you really can't imagine. And he says it's such a sad thing because if he were to tell this person, in 2 days, your problem would be solved, then this person would go home and they'd feel great. He'd say, okay, no problem. There's literally no problem. 2 days, my problem will be solved. But just because right now he doesn't know when the problem will be solved, he's not hearing the bas kol, he's not seeing the light, he struggles. And for those 2 days, he's really in pain and he's suffering. And he says that this is what the difficulty is that every day the light is shining. Every day the Torah is here to illuminate our lives, to give us guidance, to give us clarity. But we don't look at it. We don't turn to it because we're so entrenched in our own coarseness and our own difficulties that we can't get past it. We can't get past the earthliness of ourselves, of the world. So I think the message, a theme that I really take away from here is that we're getting closer to the times of Mashiach. Things are going to become more clear. But we still need to put in an effort right now during these days to go and find the light, to go and see Hashem, to find the clarity that we need, that we desire. So I hope that all of us, with this information, can know that we always have a source of guidance. Mizrat Hashem, we should never have any more problems. We should have no more things obstructing our connection with Hashem and our connection with the truth. Mizrat Hashem, we should all merit to have the clarity in our life and to know where to go to find it. Shabbat Shalom.